us to this occasion?
What brings us? We're gonna talk about our films, our ideas about our films.
I am the director. I said that in commas since it's been really hard to direct anything right now.
I'm the cameraman or the DP or whatever you call it.
We started thinking about people we could do documentaries about, and the first thing that came to mind for me was a sock seller named Mitko. He goes around the city center and sells socks.
In the city center of Plovdiv, which is the city we live in, me and Stoyan.
We knew from friends that he got out in the evening to sell socks every day.
And we decided that it could be an interesting topic to make a documentary about, so we went for it. We didn't have anybody that can give us a contact to him, so we went in the center and just looked for him, walked around, and were depending on luck actually. We went there, we split up, and luckily I found him. I don't know how, I just found him there was a corner of the building, and it was very sharp, so we almost bumped into each other coming from the different streets. At first I bought a pair of socks from him to make myself familiar to him and show him that I'm not a bad person, and I just want to talk to him. He agreed for the film right away, and he said, yeah, we're gonna make it, why not? It's gonna be very good, I'm happy with that. A day before the filming day, we called him, but he didn't answer.
But we knew that we had an arrangement with Mitko, so we decided to go and try and film anyway, because we knew he was going out in the evening every day to sell his socks. So if we found him once, we were gonna find him again.
We're searching for him. No, we're together since 6, like an hour now, but we couldn't find him because he didn't answer his phone from 2 o'clock our time. So we decided to go anyway, but we couldn't find him yet.
The minute he saw us, he just went straight the other direction, but we followed him, and at the end he declined us. He declined to do the movie because he said there are not enough people in the center, it's COVID times, I don't have anybody to sell socks to. We tried to convince him, but it just didn't work out.
We were really distraught about all of this because we don't have any footage with Mitko. We haven't got a single scene with him. So we decided to scrap the whole Mitko idea and try to figure out something else we can film. This was planned for a month. Everything was going smoothly. We got the yes signs from Mitko all the time, so there was no signs of this being scrapped at all, and it came out of the blue. But we have to react to every situation that we find ourselves in. Stanley brought up an idea a couple of days later about Stefan, the autograph collector. Stefan is a peculiar person because he gets autographs from very famous people and not so famous. He has from Barack Obama, the Pope, very famous actors, musicians.
We knew nothing about him, the same as we knew nothing about Mitko. And we started on a quest to find something about him. When you start looking, you end up finding something. So we found his address and we went there, shouted a bit, knocked on the door, then pushed the doorbell, and at the end he came up.
He was a bit surprised that random people are at his home, but we informed him that we are just filmmakers and we want to make a documentary about him. And Stefan instantly said, you got it. We tried to get a contact from Stefan, but he doesn't have a phone. So we decided that we should meet again about the same time at his place. We filmed for about half an hour, 40 minutes, but it was really scrappy since his thoughts were all over the place. He didn't talk on topic of the questions I was asking, which was starting to worry me.
He was probably a bit stressed, and we were a bit stressed too because nothing was going the way we wanted it to go. At least we were there and we were filming. That was the good part. Then he said he has some stuff to do.
He said I should be back in half an hour. We said okay. We went inside the car outside his place, but an hour or two passed and Stefan was nowhere in sight. So we started to assess our options. Should we wait for him? Should we not? But we decided to wait. Stefan finally showed up and we went inside to film. This time the interview was really solid. We got really good content because Stefan was talking on topic. He was expanding perfectly on the stuff we were asking him.
Не знам кой измисли прякора Степан автографа, но е много правилно измислено. Ами кръстника е редно да го почерпам, ако го разбера кой е. Защото това е бая отдавна, около 30 години.
And this went about for an hour, which is really nice content-wise, but our variety of shots were lacking since we were more worried to get content out of him because of the first time we interviewed him.
Това да не е Стойка, бе. Извинявам се. Момент.
Vidite как една, то не е любовна история, но една драма.
Мерси. Една наша добра съседка. Тя ще ми кажеш, ама не мога сега. Да. Стойки правят филм.
Почти не е
Ладе, Стойке!
тази история.
Стефа, добре ли си?
В нея свързваме с историята.
Нека да.
Как ще правят филм, бе? Ти поканил ли си?
Много са интересни неща.
Покани ги, времето е студено, нека да. Чакай, нека да.
Стефчо, моля, че се не си прави такива ешеги.
At the end, we were interrupted by his neighbor. She went in and she went berserk. Why are we here? What are you doing here? It became clear that she's stressed because of the corona times and because we are young people and he's an old man and we might do some damage to him. But we wore all the precautions. We wore masks and we kept our distance. So we were doing everything we could, basically. At first, Stefan was on our side and he wanted us to continue, but his neighbor was not happy with that. We were kind of helpless to do anything about that because she was saying, no, you're not gonna film. But then we actually arranged with Stefan to come the next day, and we came the next day. It didn't go very well because she was there too. She saw us, he saw us, and they came together.
Май нещо се разбрахме с вас. Сега ще извикам полиция, тръгвайте.
Госпожо, нищо не сме се разбирали с вас.
Няма да влизате вътре. Моля ви се. Интелигентни момчета сте, ще извикам полиция.
She threatened us with lawyers, with police, and everything you could imagine. So at the end, Stoyan managed to win some 10 or 15 minutes while I was filming Stefan going in and out of the house, so we got a bit of footage.
People before us came and filmed Stefan, but they made parody videos and made fun of Stefan. There's no way to convince somebody that doesn't know you that you're not a bad person. You can just say it, but it doesn't have any value. It turns out that his mom had thrown out people before who tried to film Stefan, but his mom passed away, so she's kind of his guardian right now, and they are strictly against Stefan being filmed. So this was the main reason, actually, not COVID, but there's nothing we can say about that. If she's his guardian, we can't do anything about it. In the end, I don't think we got enough.
So, what are you gonna do now? After all your failed projects?
Well, I've got this idea.
Try not to delete this one as well.
I'm gonna try and save this one right now.
Excuse me, not good man English. Please, very important. Please, new referendum.